One client recently reminded me that having a license makes you an esthetician, but having boundaries makes you a business owner. Today, I want to share one of the biggest business lessons I've learned in over a decade behind the treatment room. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share a lesson that I recently learned in my own business. It's not the easiest conversation to have, but I believe it's one that every beauty professional, especially my former aesthetic students who I know are watching me, as well as new estheticians, need to hear. When we first start our businesses, we're excited to welcome every new client who walks through the door. We spend years perfecting our craft, investing in our education, creating a beautiful space, and dreaming about serving people well. But here's something no one talks about enough. Not every client is meant to be your client. Like, seriously, you cannot expect everyone to be for you, and you're not for everyone. So recently, I had an experience with a client that reminded me why strong business policies exist. I found myself extending grace, making exceptions, and trying to accommodate circumstances because I genuinely wanted to help. Unfortunately, that kindness wasn't met with the same level of respect or accountability. While I won't share personal details out of respect for everyone's privacy, the experience reinforced something I've always taught. Your policies are to protect your business, not to punish your clients. As service providers, we often feel guilty because we're enforcing our policies and we don't want to seem harsh or inflexible. But policies create consistency, they establish expectations, they protect your time, your income, and ultimately the clients who do respect your business. One of the lessons I learned is this: compassion and professionalism can coexist. You can absolutely care about someone's circumstances while still expecting them to honor the agreement they made with your business. The second lesson I want to leave you is something that can't be found in a textbook. Trust your intuition. Have you ever met someone and felt that quiet nudge inside that something wasn't quite right with them? Maybe they questioned every policy before booking. Maybe they pushed boundaries from the very beginning. Maybe they expected special treatment before even becoming a client. Maybe you simply had a feeling you couldn't explain. I've learned that those impressions deserve your attention. In my recent experience, I ignored my intuition because I wanted to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Never again. Looking back, I realized I sensed early on that the partnership might not be a good fit. That doesn't mean we judge people unfairly. It means we pay attention when someone consistently shows us behaviors that don't align with the type of client experience we're trying to create. Remember this: every client is interviewing you, but you're also interviewing them. A consultation isn't just about determining whether you can help someone, but it's also about deciding whether they're the right fit for your practice. You are allowed to say no. No is a complete sentence. You are allowed to decline a client. You are allowed to protect your peace. Because here's the truth: all money is not good money. A client who repeatedly disrespects your time, ignores your policies, or creates unnecessary stress will often cost you far more than the service they paid for. Sometimes the most profitable decision you can make is the client you choose not to accept. Especially in our profession, we're inviting people into a very personal, intimate environment. We spend an hour or more together in close conversation, caring for their skin, and often carrying emotional energy as well. That means who you allow into your business matters. Protect your peace, protect your standards, protect that atmosphere you work so hard to create. Finally, let me encourage you to continue strengthening your business systems. Have clear contracts, communicate your policies before clients book, require signed agreements. Don't apologize for enforcing the boundaries that keep your business healthy. And remember that boundaries don't make you difficult, they make you a professional. If this experience taught me anything, it's that every challenge is an opportunity to improve. Every difficult client teaches us how to build a stronger business, become a wiser business owner, and serve the right clients even better. To my former students, whom I love dearly, and fellow estheticians, I want you to succeed. I want you to build businesses that are profitable, peaceful, and built on mutual respect. Never be afraid to honor your intuition. Never be afraid to protect what you've worked so hard to build, because the right clients won't be offended by your boundaries. They'll appreciate them. And I have many of those. Thank you for listening, and I hope this lesson helps you avoid learning it the hard way like I did. Every difficult client pays you twice. Remember that. The first payment is with money. The second payment is with some wisdom. Sometimes the wisdom is worth way more than the invoice. Until next time.